welcome back everybody to another special energy update video short with me, David, from the David and Bella QPW channel. So I just want to share for around the next 10 minutes something that has come to us that we're sharing with all of you. Many of you have already jumped on board, and that is the incoming event of the next wave spell, the yellow magnetic sun. This is the fourth wave spell in this sequence of the first castle of this brand new Zolkin. So of course it always goes red to white to blue. We're in the blue healing hand and then to a yellow wave spell or a yellow glyph wave spell. And then it progresses into the next castle, in this case with the energy of my own glyph, the Skywalker. But getting ahead of ourselves here. So what is it that's come to us? Well, I'm going to show you now on screen. I'm going to keep this fairly short really, but what I want to share is this, the solar gateway, which is really the energetic imprint that we have been given or downloaded or gifted, we can say, to work with, to share with all of you. And that is what we are going to do for the 13 days of the yellow magnetic sun, running from the 3rd to the 15th of May. Here on the left-hand side, of course, we have the glyph for the yellow sun in the 1320 Mayan solar calendar, the Zolkin, of course, very, very connected to that 260-day calendar. In the middle, we have a beautiful sun-filled portal, and there, of course, on the right is a picture of El Sol, Solano himself. So what is it that we've been called to do, and why, and how are we going to do it, and what is it that we're inviting all of you beautiful people who watch our videos and support our work into? Well, we see it as 13 days to activate our solar cosmic human consciousness. It's that important, folks. It's that pivotal. The energy on the planet is kick-ass strong, super bonkers, however you want to phrase it. And I know that pretty much everybody is feeling it in different ways. Hopefully, if you've been doing your inner work over the last few months, years, perhaps, certainly it should be a little easier, but I think everybody is going through something right now. But during this wave spell, we will be working with a number of different types of consciousness to actually help activate all of our own cosmic human selves. I'll talk more about that in a second. And this can be done by receiving the light codes of a remembrance that the photon belt and our sun, Solano, are pouring onto the planet right now. Yeah, that's really what this is all about. A lot of the light that is coming onto the planet is filled with all kinds of light codes that affect us at the collective level, but also at the individual level. But we need to be able to receive that amount of light. And that might sound fairly straightforward. To just stick my head outside and take 5 minutes in the sun. Well, yeah, that could work on many, many levels. But really what we're talking about is the energetic principles of light here. And when we have very fine filaments of light coming into our field, it doesn't really react very well if there are dense, shadowy blockages, first of all in our energetic field and then certainly in our physical field. So this is why we've been so strongly enforcing over the last 3 years, or not enforcing, but suggesting rather, to keep doing the detoxing, the cleansing, the energy works, all of the plant work that we did, because we sort of knew that this moment was coming. This is what me and Bella really have been preparing for since we first met 3 years ago, and what we've been working with many of you, our beautiful brothers and sisters, for, because this is the pivotal moment where we are ready now pretty much en masse to receive as much light as possible. Many people are talking about a solar flash event, a Carrington style event, as some people call it. That may or may not happen during this wave spell. I do personally think it's quite possible, but there are no guarantees. And of course, this is all very much at the behest of the sun himself. But really what I am pretty sure about is, because I've already sort of passed through it energetically myself a few times over the last 12 months since my accident, but a solar gateway is about to open. Indeed, it's already opened on the other dimensional realms, hence why I sort of have some experience of this, but it's going to become much more visible now into the 3D for all of those beings on the planet who still don't have any idea about duality, their multidimensional selves, their cosmic human selves, and all of the other non-physical things that we've been somewhat taught and programmed to not know about, because that would make us empowered sovereign beings, if you get the idea. So our sun is preparing us for a sequence of light-filled events that will help us activate our dormant etheric DNA codes. This will in turn activate a great remembering of our cosmic soul selves and journeys. All of the information that we've ever known about ourselves is within us. We are now going to, I think, receive the keys to just remember it. All we have to do is keep being open to receive, keep our light channels open, make sure that we're continuing to cleanse the field, do our meditation, stay centered, grounded, and clean. This will, in fact, activate or reactivate our etheric DNA. The two strands of DNA that everybody can agree on are really the ones that keep us in 3D and make all of this function. But the rest of our DNA is what they call junk DNA, is, in my experience, actually our off-planet etheric DNA. Now, some of us have been working on this, myself included, Bella too, and many of you watching these videos, and sort of have an idea how to activate and actually access and communicate with this DNA. Any of you doing the Stellar Nations pathway over the last couple of years will certainly know what I'm talking about. Working with certain plants like good old friend Dandelion, he is a DNA repair specialist. He is a master geneticist. So, really and truly, what this is a great remembrance to our cosmic human selves. But as always, in these kinds of journeys, immersions, escapades that we like to do at QPH and now QPW, we will be bringing in quite a few different allies. And in this particular way spell, we'll be working with Dandelion, very much the totem of our tribe, very connected to the sun, and really and truly, our understanding was always wanting to get us ready for this kind of moment. So Dandelion is in the mix. Horsetail, our silica field friend, who is able to modulate solar flares and actually is really, really good at assisting. It's in the shift from being a carbon-based human to a more silica-based human. We'll also be working with the beautiful St. John's wort, is my ally for the crown chakra, and the Oku's actually our ally for the solar plexus chakra. And we will indeed be working both with the crown, which is where we receive light into our field, and of course our solar plexus, our own mini version of our sun, our seat of the sense of identity, of our sense of self, the direct conduit in many ways to the consciousness of the sun, which of course we can also communicate with. We will also be working with the energy of gold and the golden rays, the sacred masculine energy, you know, really the counterpart to the divine feminine, and silver, yin and yang, internal, external, masculine, feminine. These are the energies that we need to be balancing really within us, and also in partnerships, of course, but primarily, first of all, within us, so that we can access the more Christed consciousness, which is the gateway to the rest of the universe. 5D is very much kind of the waiting room, as many of us have realized in recent times, and that is where we can kind of come to our non-dual place, deal with the disturbances that are still happening in our 3D, 4D selves. But once we start to get into that, you know, balanced masculine, feminine energy, we're really opening the inner portals to the rest of the universe, which of course is inside of us too. So we'll also be working with our own etheric DNA. Many of these plants will be assisting us in this journey to modulate light. St. John's wort is very good at doing that, but also plants like horsetail to be able to receive the light. The oak to hold us in that sort of mystical column, sacred center, but also very much the solar plexus, and of course gold itself. We will be working with the energy of the golden rays in a number of different ways throughout this, but really inviting all of you already to invoke the balancing beautiful energies of gold to help silver balance back up. There is still a lot of inequality, as we talked about a bit recently in various calls, between silver and gold. Why is gold running at sort of $3,500 and silver running at $35? Seems like there's a bit of an imbalance there, which is not really in any way justified by the spiritual alchemical properties, the various different qualities of both of these metals, particularly silver. So here I just include some more images in relation to this. There will be some lion energy. Again, Dandelion very connected to the leonine energy, very connected to the sun, very connected to Leo, very much connected to solar plexus. And of course, we'll be working with the consciousness of the sun itself, and also various other energy, sacred symbols, altars, and so on. And how do we do all of this? Well, it's done through the traditional QPW way of creating a sacred container energetically. We have a group site that we can all participate in, as many of you have done before. We are running this immersion on a donation basis, just minimum of $10 to join. You want as many people, like we did with the mystical column, to join us, because we're going to be doing a lot of grid work. We're going to be holding energies for ourselves, for our friends and family, for the grid, and particularly most of all Europe. And many of you who've been working with us for a while will know that the planetary holon glyph for Western Europe is, of course, the sun. Interestingly, the place where there wasn't any sun today, or there wasn't any light or electricity, certainly was the other part of Europe, the Iberian Peninsula, that has the glyph of the warrior, which is the glyph for tomorrow's healing day in this healing wave spell. And of course, when we're doing our healing session online. In fact, thank you to all of you who adding your energy to that coming forwards and participating. And if you feel like you need some healing at this time and haven't caught the video that we did, the Blue Hand update, please do check that out tomorrow, 11 o'clock Central Time, North America. We will be holding a 2-hour online live energy clearing, healing, and tutorial session. So please do jump on board that. I will be taking bookings up until about an hour beforehand tomorrow. But this, coming back to the Solar Gateway, yes, this is also donation based. We try to make everything as affordable as possible, but we do also put a recommended price of $108 US, which is itself still very cheap. But we, like we say, we want to really get as many people involved as possible, because this is all about collective unity consciousness now. And we've seen a lot of energies from many of you in our tribe watching the videos coming together over the last 6 months. And that's really had, from where we're sat anyway, a very powerful effect on many things. You can head over to that particular URL there on the QPW website and find out all of the details about this particular journey. But if I just take that down for a second and bring back myself to the video. Mostly what I want to share is just that we're going to be taking 13 days from the 3rd to the 15th of May. There will be a series of live calls to open, hold, and close the space. The first of those live calls will be on the 3rd of May at 11 o'clock Central Time. So just putting that into your awareness right now. The link for those of you who are participating will be posted in the group later today. What else to say? There will be a series of transmissions working with different types of intelligence. We'll be looking a lot at the 2 different chakras, the different plants we're working with, the energy of the sun, gold, how this relates to each and every one of us, how we can work with all of these energies, and really over the course of these 13 days, see how prepared we can be for the day 13, day of transcendence, the cosmic human, the yellow cosmic human. You really can't make this stuff up. The final day of this wave spell really is the invitation for us to transcend into our cosmic human selves, or to at least begin to have, I believe, an impression or a more clear impression about that. That's for each and every one of us. No need to go to somebody else and get them to tell you who you were in a past life. It's all contained within you. You just need to know how to access that within you and to have those conversations. It does require discipline. All spiritual evolution practices that are done coherently will give results, but you have to give them some time. You know, we sit and we clear ourselves a couple of times a day energetically. I probably spend about 2 hours a day in meditation every day, just to keep myself centered and balanced, but also to scan through the various layers of my consciousness to see how coherent everything is, to see where my different aspects of my consciousness are participating in different parts of what is happening here on the planet. And we're all doing the same, but you just need to sit and meditate and communicate with the part of you that is doing that. But you also need to know which part of you is involved in all of that stuff. Hence why going inwards, working with plants like dandelion, meditating with the intention to repair your etheric DNA, and then really journeying into yourself and asking for that to be expressed clearly in your awareness. The person who holds all of the keys to all of this is you. So with that in mind, everybody, I hope you can join us. I wanted to keep this relatively short. Please, all of you, do hit like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate, and so does Bella, the amount of comments and likes and big ups and stuff you do. It does make a difference, and it's really nice to know that it's appreciated and that it's received and is useful. I'd never really want to put out videos if I didn't think they were useful for at least some of you. Please do continue to check out the YouTube shorts that I do every day. We will be reverting back really during this next wave spell in more detail with Bella's more enhanced daily mind glyphs that she does for the immersion. She's already putting those together for this wave spell, and they will be included as part of the daily output of content for those of you doing the immersion. I may well still continue to do the shorter versions for the YouTube platform for anyone who still would like those, but is not really participating. Although, to be fair, it's a donation basis, guys. So I really recommend, if you're getting value from those videos, that you should probably jump into this immersion, because it's a great way to learn about all of that. So again, for those of you who watch these YouTube shorts and are wondering what this is all about and want to know more about how you can expand into your cosmic human self and at the same time heal yourselves, then that's really what we do here at QPW with our beautiful brothers and sisters all over the world. So beautiful thanks there, everybody, for that. Hope you guys all made your new moon intentions nice and clear. The energy is palpable, it's ripe, it's a little bit choppy, and so I definitely recommend nature time. I love sitting underneath my ash tree. I do it every day, And particularly when the energy kind of goes up and there's a bit of ungrounding or some projected anxieties come from somewhere, I just need to go and sit and meditate for 10, 15 minutes, maybe take a dandelion essence, maybe work with some other plant material and just bring myself into a place of calmness. In fact, I don't really finish my meditations until I feel calm, and that is my practice. And so far, so good. So anyway, thank you, everybody. In Lakesh, I am another you.